Hi, hello. Welcome back again. This is Venkatesh Sapagati, a robotics trainer. So today we are going to day three class that is plan. It's all about controlling unit. In skill one, you learn how to connect the LED and how to test the LED and how to connect the resistor and LED to the battery. So you simulated that using Tinkercad or simulation tool. Hope you already did that. So if you have any questions, please post in our WhatsApp group so that we can answer that. There will be opening chat session by 4:30 to 7 o'clock every day. So coming to second skill, that is plan. It's all about controlling unit and features and pinout and the necessity of controlling unit in robotics. Because without controlling unit, we cannot do anything. We cannot operate robot or we cannot make a robot. By simply making robot and giving battery, it's no use, right? So we should use controlling unit to connect the electronics and sensors to it. After that, we code that. That will be in the next class. See, again, same Tinkercad simulation tool we use for simulation. This about this controlling unit, we call this controlling unit as a Arduino. So some of may have heard about some of the whoever graduates there or undergrads who are studying engineering, they may be aware of it. So Arduino is a controlling unit. It's a name itself is it's a Italy-based company. How the name comes to Arduino, right? So Arduino is the name of bar and restaurant. So the makers of developers of Arduino board, who every day they used to sit in a bar and they used to discuss about things. So they wanted to do something for the students to easily programmable and easily understand this electronics and stuff. So they came to conclusion that they wanted to develop one controlling board where students can program by giving open source code and everything. So they made open source libraries and code is open source everything. The only thing is we should know how to use that code and make use of that to create more and more electronic stuff and robotics. So the bar and restaurant name is Arduino. Okay, you got it right. So there is a saying also, Arjun is the king of Italy who ruled some place in Italy, from 1904 to 1940. He's the best king. So the process said that the name Arduino came from Arjun, the king, based on the king name. So this Arduino is many variants in it. So basic is a Arduino Uno. Uno is the name is one in Italy. The meaning is one in Italy. So it's a first controller. Let's say Arduino Uno. Basically, Arduino is not a controller. There is a difference between a controller and development board. The controller which is used in Arduino is AVR. It is Atmega. That is uh, that is a company who manufactures the controlling only controllers, processor kind of things. They so-called third party Arduino or any other companies, they use these controllers and they make them themselves a development board. That's how the Arduino is a development board, not a controller. The one which is used to process the code and everything to control the sensors and inputs. That is where controller comes into the picture. So features when it comes to Arduino there are many Arduino Mega, Arduino Mini, Arduino Nano, Micro, many. So when it comes to Arduino it is very easy to programmable, easy to understand. It has 14 digital pins. You can see the picture here. Wait a moment. Yeah, here comes the Arduino. Arduino has 14 digital pins starting from 0. So you can see here, so 0 to 13, those are digital pins. Digital pin means it gives either 0 or 1. Okay, either high or low. If you connect any sensor, any LED to these pins, it will give either high or low. Okay, so if you connect the sensor, it will give only, suppose if you connect IR sensor, IR or a human detection sensor where it will detect the humans. So when you say where human is present or not, that is high or low. That way, when we connect to digital pin, it will give the output only high or low when human present or not, either if or else. Okay, so I want to know how much distance the human presented. Okay, I want to give my sensors to identify the distance of the human present. So in that case, we use this analog pins A0 to A5. The total 6 analog pins will be there, where we use these pins to convert analog voltage into a digital format. So it will give range of the sensor present or human present. Okay, whatever the sensor we connect to this, it will give the range so that we can like if you say home automation kind of thing. So if you connect any IR sensor, any object finding sensor, when person enters into that, light should turn on. It will give either high or low. A person comes or not. I want I want every 2 centimeter or every 3 centimeter to one light should on. When person moves around, for every 2 centimeter or 3 centimeter, the light should on in the room. Like see, there are four lights. I want four lights to switch on because when person moves around with a single sensor. So how it is possible? So it is possible to, and by connecting to analog pin, it will give the distance of the sensor. So for like suppose object sensor is giving 10 centimeter distance altogether. So I want for every 2 centimeter, one light should on when person moves into that particular distance. So by connecting to that sensor to analog pin, that will be possible. Or if we connect that sensor to digital pin, it will give only high or low. So we can control only one light. We cannot control more. That's how when it comes to robotics also we use the same sensors and same analog pins. If you want to cover the distance, and if you want to just make it high or low, we will connect to digital pins. Okay. So this is the ground. Whenever we come across a sensor ground or something, we will connect here. And so this is the part where the test LED. So this will be directly connected to 13th pin. We can directly program. We can test the board is working or not by simply uploading the basic LED program. You can check this LED. If the LED is glowing as per the program, then board is it means board is working. I told you Arduino is a development board. Yeah, this is the development board where it uses the controller called this. This is the controller. Okay, this is the one which is to program. So we need to program something in a software tool, then we need to upload to the hardware, right? So through this the USB to serial cable, with that cable we upload the code into this controller. This is the way. So to power it, this is the way we will connect 12 volts 1 amp adapter to this. If you give more than that, Arduino will damage. Make sure the power ratings are power and current rating is also very important when it comes to this Arduino. So this is 3.3 volt. Whenever we come across a small voltage operated sensor, there will be a small voltage operated sensor. So we can use this. Or mostly electronic sensors and all, they will operate only at 5 volts. Two grounds we have, we can make use of the region also is a plus 5 volts. We can use this. This is a button, this red button is for reset. What is the use of reset? So we connected hardware, we programmed software well, we uploaded the code when everything is perfect, but we are not getting an expected output. That means the controller or Arduino boards got confused somewhere. So to make this confusion clear, if we click on this reset, this program will start over all again. It won't delete the program. It will start over. Start over. Yeah, it will start from the start. Okay, so this TX and RX is a software serial pin. So if you want to control your robot through smartphone or something, we use this TX and RX. We connect the Bluetooth module to this serial pins. It's a transmitter. This is a receiver to operate your robot by serial communication called Bluetooth device or app from mobile app or from smartphone. We can operate this. Okay, this is about Arduino. This is about Arduino. We call this as a controlling unit. We can connect up to 14 digital pins. That is I mean input and output devices. Whereas you know that, right? Motor is what, output or input. Motor is output. Sensor is input. Because sensor we are giving input, but we cannot see the output from the sensor. Right? We can see either by display like LED and movement like a motor, any other output device we can use, but like a buzzer by giving a beep sound. So that's how we predict the output by giving when we connect the sensor. So sensor alone it won't give output. Okay, so that's the reason sensor is always input, and motor, LED, and buzzer kind of things and all will be the output level. So let's see how to connect this, how to connect the sensors, how to connect the sensors and controlling unit and the coding platform like a software simulation tool. Yeah, this is the tool. Yesterday I gave you the link also over the WhatsApp. Hope you went through that. So this is how we need to drag and drop. You can delete this. You can delete it. As I said, what we need is controlling unit. These are all you can see. If you go on click on starters and if you click on Arduino, you'll get already connected links so that you can directly code and you can update the things and you can add extra devices if any, and you can start simulating it. Okay, yeah, it is like a drag and drop. That is for that. Then starters we have all predefined circuits, so you can use that as well. So, yeah, this is the Arduino component which we have seen before and I have explained already. So this is a cable. I told you that whenever we code in this platform like a code. So we directly upload the code into that through this. Okay, as this is a simulation tool. Now let's connect some LED. Already you tried LED, right? LED and resistor. That is 330 ohm resistor. You can change into ohms. And whenever you use LED, you should use 330 ohm resistor. Okay, make sure it is. It should. When you work in a practical also, it should. We cannot give more than 330 because it won't process the voltage. LED won't process the voltage and LED won't do it. So this is anode up connect to this. And cathode will be ground as we have a ground here. We can directly connect here. Yeah, make ground as a black wire. And positive as a red. Yes. External will go to positive will go to 5 volts. Okay. You can count like this. Now we are about to program this, right? So instead connecting to ground, we are controlling negative side of the LED to program. Either it should give high or low. So we are connecting to 12th pin. We can connect to 13th pin too, because already I told you 13th pin has a inbuilt LED. This is L. Okay. So you can directly test the code, but when it comes to external connections, we should connect like this, because LED positive will be connected to +5. As we are using battery in earlier classes, now we are going to use the controlling unit with the +5 volts, and negative we are going to control. So my question is, LED, how much? What is the kind of output? Is the output device, right? My question will be like, how much voltage do we give to LED to glow? Like earlier, we connect minus here to the cathode, so it it glows the LED. Okay, now we are controlling. So minus we can treat as a ground, and ground can be a low. So if you give 12th pin low, LED will glow. Because if we cannot give high here, plus here, because if we give a plus, LED won't glow, because LED will work in only one direction. We should give plus to plus and minus to minus one. So when you give low to 12th pin, LED will glow, and high to 12th pin, LED will off. In between, we can call delay also to make some delay. Okay, now I connected LED. So I want sensor to be connected here now. I want human detection sensor. So this is PIR sensor, where we have three pins here. See, ground, power, and signal. This is a PIR sensor which we use this for human detection. It will cover 10-meter distance and 180 degrees angle. So you should keep this in an opposite of you, where you should not detect you while working with this, or else it will give a false result. Okay, so let's connect this. Connect ground to ground, power to VN, because already we use plus over here already 5 volts from to the LED. So in this case, if you have multiple VCCs and multiple 5 volts and multiple ground, what we do is we use breadboard, and we give a common connection, and we'll take one connection from this to breadboard to give the supply. Okay, so let's change the colors of it. Whenever we have power, we'll make this as a red, and whenever we have a ground, black, and the signal will be green as usual. Okay, keep this as a color code so that you can understand the connections well, and when you program it, because simple connections is easy, but if you go on bulk and big designs, it will be a problem for you. So make sure you have a color coding involved. So this is how you need to connect. Okay, I connected this signal pin to the second. So this is like a condition now. I told you LED is output. It's an instruction, high or low. But input, sensor is an input. It is a condition based. If or high, if or else. So if human is there, LED to glow. If not, else condition, LED is turn off. Like this, we can connect the motors also. Okay, so let's see. Same again. This is how the connections will be. So you can try different sensors, and you can connect this. How to get the sensors data and all? It's already there in the file which I sent you, basic electronics file. You just go through that and you can find the sensors, and you can study that. You can read little bit about that, and you can search here that same sensor, and you can make it one. Okay, so today we are not going to code anything, but this is how we need to control the controlling unit, and this controlling unit will be used in robotics. How the robotics it will be used in robotics. So this is a hobby gear motor. You just drag it, and you can rotate it also as per your requirement. So that's for the connections. Okay, so is there positive or negative? So you should decide what you are going to control, whether positive or negative. You can control anything. So if you want to control positive, you need to give high. If you want to control negative, you need to give low. So I want to control negative again. I want to control a positive, so that I need to give negative to the ground. Here ground is there. Okay. So positive will go to controlling pin, digital pin. Okay, so I'm going to connect this motor in a 8th pin. So this is always a green as it's a connection, and this is a ground. Color code is black. So now we connected motor also. So how the program will be, how the code will be, so that when you code, the controlling unit will understand whenever sensors senses LED should glow, motor has to rotate in forward direction. If not, motor should stop. LED also should stop. That's how we need to program. These are output pins. So whether it's a high or low, it's a sensor element. It has if and else condition. Okay. So this is how we need to use controlling unit in a program in robotics. Either we can add multiple sensors and multiple robots. We can add multiple, because we can up to how many possibilities are there to connect sensors and all. We can connect, if you want to connect only sensors, we can connect up to 14. And if you want to connect only digital, we can connect up to digital 14 digital pins, digital input outputs. Okay. Or else we can measure like this. We can add some good circuit. We can make some robot to work. So this is how the robot will work. This is Arduino Uno, and this is a cable to upload the program where you are going to code here in the next class. This is how LED to be connected here. So what I am expecting is, I want you to replicate the same and send me an update in update in a dashboard. Like I will show you how to upload your assignments into the dashboard. So please go through that, and you just start uploading your assignment so that I can look into it to verify that. You can claim your badges. Okay, right now, just open your dashboard and click on projects. This is how we need to update your assignment. Okay, so project name is connections to the controlling unit. You can mention here skill to, or else skill to assignment or something. You can type something. Okay, as per your that, you can make that as a simple skill to assignment, skill one assignment like that, or else this thing. So you can add your start date here as today. Okay, and end date will be here. So if you want to edit that again, you can keep end date as separate, like 2 days after or 1 day after. Or else you can, if you want to do separate project for separate assignment in all the day. So you can use single project for submitting all your assignments, by editing every day, or else you can make your separate assignments. Okay, in description, you just mentioned the concept of that. Yeah, here, like here, I'm going to submit. Here, I'm going to submit my skill to assignment. Like that, you can type something here, the description page. There's a problem with the loading. So, yeah, you just type some description about that. Here, I'm going to, yeah, you can add start date and end date like this. And description, you can write something like, here I'm going to submit my skill assignment about controlling along with the connects. LED and detection sensor and any other you have used here. Associate with that, if you associate with anyone or you associate with the so and so, like associate with the simulation tool, Tinkercad simulation tool. Like that's if any associations, like if you are using any software or kind of thing, so for better understanding of others also. This will be available in all their dashboards, all the students who are using this Cooper dashboard from all the places, they can use this, and if they found it useful, they can use that also. So creators, you are the owner, and if you have any creators along with you who supported, like if it's useful in a big project, so just type 20, we can find people here. You can find something like here, and yeah, you can add those people. Attachment. So what I'm suggesting you is, so here when you go to there, here you can get a share option. When you complete the circuit, you just download the circuit here by clicking on this download option, and submit here. And yeah, you just submit here, like selecting the file, like how you're going to select the file. So this is how I save it. Then click on, yeah, if any updates is there in the future, so click on. Yeah, contributors, a social thinker contribution tool. You click on this, you will get this thing. So this is how I want you to submit your assignment. So how I can will come to know, you become a owner and your ID will be there. So because we recognize you and we will supply you based on your ID, we will come instead of your name, we will communicate with your ID then. So that's how we need to submit your assignments. Okay. So once you complete this, you can see your win projects. This will be available to everyone, like created by so and so person at what time. This is how you need to. So please check your files folder and under share. I already shared this basic electronics document with you people. Please find it and start reading it. So this is how. Still, if you are facing any problem with dashboard or something, just you go to report problem and they just type your problem and just report it. We'll get back to you as soon as early. So this is how you need to master the skill. This is how we need to understand the skill that we can add multiple things. So you can replace the sensor with a ultrasonic sensor or buzzer. Try different, try any different new that you are mixing up. I'll try at least adding one component to this and submit your assignment. So as it is, you can submit, and one component of it you can submit. That will be an extra bonus. Okay, hope you understood this. So this is how we are going to connect. This is the IR sensor, obstacle sensor, where we have three pins. Most of the sensors have three pins: ground, VCC, and out. So if you want to see the distance of this, distance and range of the sensor, so you need to connect this here. This is analog pin. Okay, instead of this side, this is the digital pin. So it will give only high or low. So we covered all these three about controlling unit. I explained you features and pin node. I also explained you necessity of controlling unit in robotics. I told you and how to connect that. And the connections of sensors to EU, CU, and we tried with the human detection sensor and IR sensor also, like obstacle sensor. This is assignment I already given you, and how to submit it as per assignment to the dashboard also. So please start submitting your assignments and day to assignment and day to assignment. Day to assignment you can uh, submit the one which I created using through Simlist. No need to create any extra, and you can, if you can, you can. Otherwise, you just submit as it is. You just create and download kind of stuff. You just go to the dashboard and you just submit this thing. Okay. Make sure you just submit skill one and skill two assignments today itself, so that we have one more day left. So tomorrow we'll go in with the coding all together. Okay, so if you have any doubts, please post in a WhatsApp group, connect with us or in a chat room, so we can happily assist you. So please feel free to ask questions and start doing it, so that you can understand better about this robotics and you can master the skill, so that you can control more. When it comes to hardware kit, also you can easily do it. Okay, hope everyone understood this, and yeah, please post your queries and assignments by 4:30 after listening this recording. I'll be sending it to your group. Okay. See you. See you again in next class. Okay. Bye.